Engines roar. Steel jaws spin madly. No mercy, no escape. Colossal logs are devoured, shredded to dust in seconds. You're not just watching, you're witnessing a monster at work. Welcome to the world of Wood Channel. The Bioforgagens HIM 820, a high-capacity wood chipper, roars as it tackles a large pile of thick branches stacked nearby. Its internal blades spin at high speed, pulling in each branch and turning it into chips in an instant. The entire work area is engulfed in thick smoke and airborne wood dust. The scene becomes hazy, with only the blurred movements of the grapple arm and flashes of metal from the chipping chamber visible as the branches are shredded to pieces. The Kessler C645S wood chipper is hard at work, fed seamlessly by the agile Kessler 305T loader. With swift and precise movements, the loader selects each log and delivers it directly into the chipper's feed chute. Inside the C645S, high-speed blades shred the timber into fine, uniform chips, which are blown forcefully into the collection bin or waiting truck. The machine runs with impressive stability, its engine hum and chip blast rhythm forming a mechanical symphony in the heart of the forest. A perfect blend of Finnish engineering, raw power, and field-proven performance. The Jens chipper truck, half roaring wood-devouring machine, is hard at work on a clearing. Logs of all sizes, tangled with branches, are steadily fed onto the conveyor and disappear into the chipper's hungry jaws, vanishing in seconds. Inside, the spinning drum shreds the wood with ferocious precision, launching streams of chips through a high-discharge chute behind the cab. The wood fragments burst out in thick, dusty sprays, falling into neat piles like brown snowfall. Nearby, 3 men stand watching intently, one with arms crossed, another in a hard hat tilting his head toward the mechanism, the third gesturing as if discussing the machine's output. Silent, they observe the raw power and relentless rhythm of the chipper truck at work. The Petzolato PTH 1300 to 1500 wood chipper performs its task like a giant steel beast unleashed in a timber yard. Massive and commanding in appearance, the machine moves with absolute authority. Huge logs are lifted and fed one after another into its intake, where gripping rollers seize them with a growl, pulling them in like jaws clamping down on prey. Inside, razor-sharp blades spin like the monster's rotating fangs, shredding the wood into thousands of chips. The air rumbles with the machine's roar as the discharge chute forcefully ejects a steady stream of chips, forming growing hills of shredded wood behind it. The entire machine seems to feast on timber cleanly, ruthlessly, and with astonishing power. Amidst a landscape blanketed in snow and bitten by icy winds, the Heizohack HM 8 to 500K wood chipper grinds on relentlessly, growling through the bitter cold. Wet, slippery logs are lifted and fed into the intake, their surfaces frozen stiff. Inside the chipper, the grinding drum spins steadily, its frozen sharp blades slicing through the hardened timber. Each burst of shredded wood sprays out into the snow-laden air, blending with swirling flakes and the thunder of the engine echoing through the winter forest. This isn't just labor, it's a battle of endurance where man and machine work side by side against the unforgiving force of nature. At a large timber stockyard, the CBI Magnum Force 8400 Devour is operating at full throttle. A heavy-duty log loader works non-stop, continuously feeding massive logs into the grinder. As each log enters the machine, the internal grinding system shreds it into fine wood chips with relentless force. The wood chips are then powerfully ejected from the discharge chute, forming a continuous stream that piles up into a long ridge, like a mountain range made entirely of wood chips. The roaring sound of the machine, the rhythmic motion of the equipment, and the striking sight of the flowing chip stream create a dramatic industrial scene set against a raw, natural backdrop. The Vermeer WC2300XL roars to life as massive Australian gum tree logs feed onto its conveyor. The dense, smooth trunks are pulled into the drum, where razor-sharp blades tear through the tough eucalyptus wood. A thick stream of wood chips bursts from the chute, piling up rapidly. A striking display of power and performance in the dry Australian landscape. The wood chipper is hard at work beside a workshop, creating a vivid industrial scene. Massive logs are fed in one after another, without pause. The grinder operates with relentless force, powerfully drawing each log inward and shredding it to pieces in seconds. The roar of metal combines with the crunching of wood, producing a deep, commanding sound. The shredded wood chips are ejected through the discharge chute with tremendous pressure, shooting high into the air in a soaring spray before cascading down like a gentle wooden rain. Fine wood dust lingers in the air, catching the sunlight and forming a soft, glowing haze around the work area. Amidst the dusty timber yard, a striking blue wood chipper roars with relentless energy. With its large frame, solid steel body, and elevated discharge chute, it stands like an industrial giant, sturdy, powerful, and engineered with precision. These chips gather and build into a small mountain, rising steadily as if nature itself were shaping it. The flow never ceases, forming a swirling cone of processed wood, a clear mark of mechanical efficiency and unwavering industrial performance. The bright red Moorbark M20 are wood chipper roars to life at the logging yard, standing out like a steel predator amidst the natural surroundings. Its bold red paint gleams under the light, symbolizing strength and durability. Massive round logs are fed into its infeed chute, instantly grabbed and pulled inward. The grinding drum spins up with a deep growl, tearing each log apart with ruthless efficiency. Pale wood chips blast from the discharge chute in a high-pressure stream, flying through the air and raining down into towering piles. Every motion of the machine pulses with power, relentless, precise, and unwavering. The wood chipping machine is working powerfully, its sharp blades spinning rapidly to shred the large log fed into it. The wood chips are being collected into a storage truck. Beside the machine, a man stands carefully observing, his eyes focused on every movement of the machine to ensure everything runs smoothly and safely. The air around is filled with the sounds of cutting blades, the engine roaring, and the fresh scent of wood spreading. In a wide-open wood yard, the Bandit 3090, one of the most powerful wood chippers on the market, begins its workday. With its solid frame and rugged track system, the machine stands firm on uneven terrain, ready to take on massive logs. long, and weighing hundreds of kilos. The loader slowly approaches, gently lifting a heavy log. Hydraulic arms move smoothly, positioning the timber precisely at the chippers and feed chute. As soon as contact is made, the Bandit 3090 roars to life, its massive blades spinning at high speed. A deafening grind fills the air as the log is swallowed whole and shredded into hundreds of small wood chips in seconds. Large volumes of timber are processed continuously, producing a steady stream of uniform chips discharged from the rear, ready for recycling, biomass energy, or pellet manufacturing. The Bandit 3090 isn't just a machine. It's a true beast of the wood processing world, where power and reliability reign supreme.